Hello everyone, it's Izuku Plays here, playing Fallout 4. We're going to be doing a light in the storm. If you know that, they give you the Tesla cannon.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds. Help! They're gonna kill me. This has been a...
What the heck is this? Oh, we took it. Shit, I didn't know that. Efficient consults for Kane. Kane, I guess my... But, but, I guess my postation. Doug, Sarge wanted me to give you a copy of the newest backdoor of the Pit-Boy. Instead of going through the current L5 access to a lower level of code with the device. Once it's done, there's somehow guys if what's happened. Wasting my time. All you need to do is put the plug of the back of the Pit Boy. Currently this time this is that simple. Inserts into any Pit Boy, proving that the plug is removed, and the backdoor program should do the trick. Automatically, once inside, you can pull the data from any Pit Boy you find. Codis, log in your name in. Surge is hoping that we find any vault driller in the field. We'll be able to locate more vaults through the Pit Boy. You know what that means? Hell yeah, knowing you, you'll probably end up leaving the vault driller to us, rather than the other way around. Hope Surge knows what he's doing. Well, that didn't turn out for him. A Vault 95 gunner. Vault deck hacking. Current data. Put okay, so holy crap, where to start? I'm just glad I have to do this to waste it all down. Write it all down. We've been looking down into this vault for weeks. Now I've been on board as hell. And the games on these things get old fast. It was fun putting notes saying kick me on the Toga's back for a while. But next thing you know, Bert says free a paper note. Also, it's not exactly easy playing a prank on someone who spends all their time in their room. Me and the boys were trying to provoke the attention to give him a wedge, but yeah, let's say all that the better. It was that I remember Losty was telling me that he reported out Pit Boys for Surge so we can better track our guy on Glowing Sea mission. Well, joke's on you, Lucy. I found a to use better use of your stupid program. I got a few of the speed squad together and managed to break into the kitchen and take the week-old Making soup that has been silent out for days. There we hold it by the ropes over the town at, at the Albert, whatever his name is. After that, we all we had to do was watch Cole walk down the hall and get changed after everyone else has gone to bed. Good God, I couldn't even distract my attention watching the little blink. Move along, my little pit boy screamed. By the time the blip appeared, Arthur and I lifted my head, and then it was completely. That was he was going to smell like a dead Marlock in the sun. I told James to pull, and next thing you know, Gibbs gone falling on his head. His face was fucking pitch. Twice, bitch. A golden pitcher. I swear he was about to cry. Heavens, haven't seen him since. And I think Serge wanted us three to track us for ignition tomorrow. Ah, you picked on someone you should never have done that. You never pick on the quiet people. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, yes. Let's do that. I believe we use these things for something. Maybe a confession of sorts will make me feel better. And what I did, here goes. Corrine. Coroni. I never exactly was the ideal mercenary or marine, but we worked well as a team. Yeah, marine. He was good at all technical stuff, hacking terminals, getting through animated automated doors, disabling terminals, and me, well, I finished the job. It was all changed through. Was all changed through when we signed up for this gunners. They were paying far more than what we could make on our own. So it seems like a no-brainer at the time. Little did I know what was happening when Coroni was forced to work with other people than myself. When I was assigned to my squad, it was like I had known them for years, working with all together, and these guys respected me and my marksmanship. But Coroni was a different story. He was always at his tail, speed, and stiffness story. It was a mistake to show a little laser rifle into his hand when I knew that his better skilled lay elsewhere. I thought we would take the vault things world change. That couldn't came out of his shell. Then he came out of his shell. Instead, the opposite happened. It was that damn pit boys. He's obsessed with them. He spends all his time in his room playing these games. That sounds familiar. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Oh shit, that's me. Ah shit. Hey, how the hell did I get affected by this? This one. I'm making mission report here in case anyone comes across my body. If you're una unable to identify me, I'm Lieutenant Dwarf Veg Luzowski, technical specialist on Salvage Team 20. We managed to locate the wreckage. It's likely interact and survive the crash. They said we estimated the hostages we will likely encounter on our mission. Hostiles on a mission. Sorry, not hostages on a mission. And as a result, 2 trays of platoons is dead or MIA. It was likely I would have been right there with Dad if it wasn't for Coroni. I wasn't such sure why the statement sergeant has picked this private to accompany us on a mission, but for whatever moment, I was glad he did. My good feeling was short-lived. However, despite saving us, Crony wasn't responding to orders. The only time he made so much as a peep was when one of our full team killed a hostage. Every time that happened, Crony would look exactly for another minute to put down. We tried to tell him that every hostage he kills wrecks us being formed one more. He wouldn't listen, as it was as if he wasn't determined to get the most kills out of all of us. Did he think this was some kind of game? We didn't hold our position for long. Even Coroni didn't find his choices with two death claws. That frightened us for once. We agreed on something. We ran into the nearby cave, and it was apparent at that time the beast had lost our scent. It was there where we found some kind of pre-war weapon. Now I have disclosed and remember a past right before, plasma rifle before. This was like none of I've ever seen. We have to get this back to base, but first we have to get somewhere. When I woke up, I discovered that not only were all our mentors gone, but Coroni was hanking over their weapon on above. This group searched all the rock files, and the time, even with death, was among the curtains. I still couldn't let the opponent go. The opportunity go. I tricked Coroni. I tackled Coroni. He fought back. Once the fray started, once the fray started, the rest of the team jumped in, all of us, fighting over the weapon. The noise attacked whatever was left out of the glowing sea population to reach that top. As soon as we run for our lives, once more, I'll say we wasn't so lucky this time. It was understandable that I watched the rest of us being torn apart. The weapon was working. Tony fired the missile into the storm. It was effective to clear, but it wasn't enough. Last I saw of him, we were running into the sea. The radiance of the electricity of his weapon slowly grew attention and spun out into the fog. I got away. Most of me did anyway. I'm glad to try and use the terminal for radio for help, but only a matter of time now. Oh, what the?
Can result in a variety of injuries. Someone is nearby. Perhaps they are friendly. Engaging in close combat.
What the fuck was that? So, okay, so we have to pick up a. Oh shit, it's this one. The new thingamajig. So this guy is hooked on Psycho and Jet.
problem? Most intriguing.
Okay, maybe it's here. Oh. Oh shit. These are gunners. Whoever did is turn to ash. Here he is. Found him. The aircraft is in pieces, but those pieces are intact. But the pieces are intact. The pieces are intact. We're worried about checking the inventory. If we carry some of these equipment back to Vault 95 until we see a blue light in the fog, as if it was fear going closer, we raise our weapons. I could hardly believe my eyes. It was good for nothing. Good for nothing. Co- Coroni. I forgot his name. It didn't take long to guess what that coward, this coward survived. He had something holding over his shoulder. A glowing Bereta's fucking fucker was going to get away with our position. He was going to give away our position. I told him to put it down. He didn't. I told him it was an order. He didn't respond. He drew out our weapon again, and I ordered our once more. He stood there, and I told my men to approach. As they surrounded him, some kind of lightning bolt shot from that thing and turned birds into ash. We covered the area in bullets, but when the smoke cleared, that son of a bitch was gone. He couldn't go one circle went tripping over his shameless, but now he can't disappear. Now he can disappear in a flash. We jumped into the forest for cover, and he came at us. He didn't even didn't even cover as he pursued us, and took out two more of our men. I was such as dead, so I leaped at him and hit him in the forelock on the jaw. He fell into the floor of the cabin, was left of us. Join me in holding him down. We hated the fact that we needed him alive, but The citizen needed to know what happened out there. Otherwise, I would have shot the bastard myself. Bastard may have put a good fight, but people like that, even when they're advantaged, they always lose.
We're
Like
hurt.
it. Oh shit! That's the Tesla cannon? Look, let's test this out real quickly.
We may not be allowed.
Fine.
Some
See,
vital signs are still within acceptable
that's what it
parameters.
does.